I'm thankful, as always, to have you with me this time on Thursday, the 26th day of January, where the snow added up to just a bit more, perhaps, than what we, or at least I, thought 24 hours ago. Started in the latter morning hours, and it was quick, and it was heavy, and it was slushy, canceling classes, of course, for many school systems. Also, perhaps lending to a two-car crash that happened, a near head-on collision on Elk Creek in Magoffin County earlier today, sending 3 people to the hospital. We'll go there in a moment. Have your updated forecast for you as well. We'll talk about 2 Johnson County men arrested in another county for grams and grams and grams of heroin and fentanyl. Team Kentucky update today from Governor Beshear includes some money coming to Eastern Kentucky and Magoffin County, and a host of other news and information. I will begin, however, from here with what is still no official update, no press release as of yet from the Kentucky State Police, who are the lead investigating agency into the death of what has now been confirmed, as I told you last night, through family and other sources, of Marcus Anthony Castle, 51, of Sagersville, who was found unresponsive and dead in a roadway here in the Bloomington area day before yesterday. I can tell you autopsy results, some in, some still pending, it's my understand. While there is no official release from the Kentucky State Police at this time, I can confirm that they have spent days, as well as local authorities, that's my understanding, reviewing various surveillance video from various sources, maybe homes in the area, businesses where he was a short time prior to, as just a part of the death investigation. And it's my understanding that at this time there were no immediate signs of foul play in regards to the discovery of his body. But no official statement from the state police as of yet, and that investigation is very well ongoing. I'll let you know more when I do. Before we get to our local headlines this evening, more of them at least, let's go to the Team Kentucky update today from Governor Beshear. I have to be honest, I did not know that we are, of course, among other things, the largest producer in, well, the aerospace industry. Yeah, one of the largest in the nation, definitely bourbon-wise, and a lot of other things that Kentucky holds to its long list of offerings. But I did not know that stainless steel was one of them. And in fact, Ghent for North American Stainless, the largest fully integrated stainless steel producer in the United States, has all of its production lines right here in Kentucky. They've been here for years. They've made numerous investments and additions, and now another $244 million investment, adding another 70 full-time jobs, adding to its 4.4 million square foot facility. They'll be able to produce another 200,000 tons, a total of 200,000 tons a year, which is an increase of 20% in what they already produce in stainless steel in Kentucky. That was just a portion of his Team Kentucky update in regards to good financial news for the Commonwealth. The governor also announcing over $104 million from Lyochem Materials to locate a new facility in Simpson County, creating more electric vehicle batteries in the Commonwealth, before announcing over $4.5 million in EK Safe funds.
$4.6 million in new awards from the Eastern Kentucky Safe Fund that was created through that nonpartisan special session. So credit all the way around to opening up these dollars. 3 projects have been approved for Fleming Neon, totaling just over $414,000. Fleming Neon was hit as hard as any other community. The Knott County Fiscal Court is set to receive $1.1 million to fund a FEMA match. Letcher County Water and Sewer District will receive over $390,000 to fund a FEMA match as well. Magoffin County Water District approved for $25,500. Mountain Water District $300,000. City of Whitesburg $160,000 for 3 projects submitted. So since September 2022, Eastern Kentucky has now received over $31.2 million in safe funds.
The governor also announcing today from other funding $3.8 million in awards to expand access to clean water and supporting nonprofits in Pike County, and over $8 million in awards for Perry County for waterline updates, sewer infrastructure, and nonprofit assistance. A quick Eastern Kentucky flood update. This week marks 6 months since the floods, of course, ravaged parts of Eastern Kentucky and claimed the lives of 44 in our Commonwealth. He says currently there are still 235 families housed in travel trailers, and Kentucky State Parks are now housing 24 people. That number was 360 at the 1st of September. More local headlines are next. Don't let Mother Nature be the one to remind you about your tires. Stop by Conley Tire and let them make sure that you're safe in getting from A to B. Tires, wheels, oil changes, brake repair, and maintenance. And be sure to click on ConleyTire.net for all the latest offers with 6 months no interest payments at Conley Tire or ConleyTire.net. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you all the ways you could ever need to tell your heart of hearts Happy Valentine's Day at the seasonal shop, with candies that are more than just sweet, and pins and necklaces, earrings, and bracelets to go with all of these lovely designs in pinks and reds. And absolutely something for him too, something super cool from Ridge and Holler, for example. There's a perfect brewmate for whatever beverage you're enjoying at work or play, and more, and only at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Happy Valentine's Day.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. What we have here is our famous chicken sandwich at your Sagersville Lee's, which is also Saturday's special. You can get a chicken sandwich, wedges, and a drink for just $6. Friday's special is a liver or gizzard dinner with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $5.79 plus tax. Let's recap. Chicken sandwich, Saturday special, or get it any day of the week. Fridays, livers or gizzards at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Fraser's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. 2 Johnson County men, one most recently, according to jail records that I've gone through today, with a Paducah address as of the last year or so, were arrested in Floyd County this week. Actually, it was yesterday morning. Officer Arms stopped the vehicle for an equipment violation and then soon discovered this and arrested these 2. Officers as well discovering that the driver didn't have an operator's license that was valid and that the passenger was wanted on a number of arrest warrants. There was a free air sniff, if you will, done of the vehicle by the Floyd County Sheriff's Department's K-9, and it detected narcotics present, and then a further investigation or search found a large quantity of heroin totaling almost 66 and a half grams. That's heroin and fentanyl. Arrested were 31-year-old Brian Cantrell of Staffordsville and 32-year-old Sean Easley of Paducah, formerly of Johnson County, both facing serious charges right now of trafficking a controlled substance, first offense of heroin and fentanyl, as Floyd County authorities continue to investigate. A big heavy white snow today was noticed by all. It was pretty. It was also perhaps a contributing factor to a 2-car collision head-on crash that happened on Elk Creek here in Magoffin County earlier this morning. Specifically, the collision happened at the mouth of Corb Reed Road on Elk Creek. That's where two vehicles collided, a passenger car and a pickup truck. And these were the road conditions just moments later after arrival of EMS, law enforcement, and myself, as the snow had quickly fallen and covered roadways in parts of McGoffin County and eastern Kentucky. There were two men, the driver and his uncle, in the pickup truck. I believe the driver may have actually been partially ejected out the driver's side door. The passenger, his uncle, suffered serious injuries as his head appeared to have shown impact, or the windshield appeared to have showed impact with his head, which appeared to have gone through it. He was the first to be taken by ambulance, as he was the most seriously injured, to an area hospital. The driver of the pickup truck, who also suffered some serious injuries, went by personal or private vehicle, while the female operator of the black sedan was also taken by ambulance. However, emergency personnel had to wait on scene for a number of minutes before another ambulance unit was available, as there was not a second unit available for this call in the county at that time. A man went missing in Johnson County back in July of 1990. I had an update on this story as his remains were discovered in a car in a body of water just within the past year. And now, after the positive identification of those remains, his family will finally have the closure they had been searching for decades, as funeral services are to be held in his honor. I'll have that in just a few moments. Right now, a community calendar announcement or two brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. This just in, movie night has been set for Saturday, March the 4th. The McGoffin County Special Olympics organization is inviting all of their special friends to come and enjoy a free movie and learn more about joining their team. If you're a student athlete 8 years of age or older, or if you're an adult who would like to help support this cause, well, everything's free and they could use all of you. Sign-ups are going to be at 6. The movie will be at 7. This is Saturday the 4th at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. And I, of course, will remind you that's not this weekend, but the next. The Water and Wine Food Pantry, not this Wednesday, but next, has, of course, because this is already Thursday, their first Commodity Day of the month, 9 to 11 next Wednesday. Senior Commodity Day will be Thursday the 16th. They also have another regular Commodity Day, February the 15th, 9 to 11 as well. And, left this one in there, but I've already covered that, right? Contact, however, Paul Montgomery, 424-6302, or Keisha Sowards if you have any questions about movie night or about Special Olympics in McGoffin County. It is absolutely 100% all free, and the fun is free as well. Remember, all student athletes 8 years of age or older and adults who would like to be a part of the program, you're all invited. And you're always invited to use my calendar for birthdays, and anniversaries, and announcements just like these. Remember, we love to print birthdays, anniversaries, birth announcements, wedding announcements, and, of course, the Sayersville Independent. Send those to Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. Moving on to funeral service announcements tonight. Services have been set for this Saturday at noon for Marcus Anthony Castle, Marky Castle, 51, of Sayersville, who passed away Tuesday, the son of Marcus Castle and Mary Jenkins. He is as well survived by his brothers Sean and Nick, the mother of his daughter Rayla Castle, his daughter Tanisha Castle, and services in his honor are going to be again held Saturday at noon from the Sayersville Funeral Home. The family will welcome friends tomorrow after 6. Contributions can be made to the funeral home for the memorial fund in his honor. 29-year-old Brandon Keith Miller of Sayersville passed away Tuesday in Louisville, son of the late Kenneth Rao and Diane Miller, who survives. He's survived by his mother, his stepfather, one brother, Kenneth Neal, as well as Thomas Brown, Josh Brown, cousins, and a stepbrother, Jordan Ferry, two sisters, Karina Rao and Kendra Bailey, stepsisters, Bethany Ferry, Paige Ferry Payne, and maternal grandparents, Lloyd and Peggy Wireman. Services, 2 o'clock Saturday from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation Friday evening from 6 until 9.
Bring Bring your own device to Appalachian Wireless and get up to $300 in bill credits. If you're looking to switch to the Big Blue Appalachian Wireless Network, there's no better time than right now. Up to $300 in bill credits are possible if you own your own device. Go into an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web to learn more and to see the new phones and plans available at Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Restrictions apply. Full terms on AppalachianWireless.com/BYOD.
Ratliff and Ratliff Family Dentistry, locally and family owned since 1969, is now proudly providing treatment for headaches, jaw and muscle pain. They offer trigger point therapy along with Botox to effectively treat and reduce symptoms of TMJ pain. And Dr. Beth Ann, member of the American Academy of Facial Aesthetics, also offers Botox therapy and dermal fillers for all of your cosmetic needs. Call 349-2812 to schedule an appointment and allow their highly trained and friendly staff to take care of all your dental and cosmetic needs. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sattersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot-related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
This past March was the first time that I had ever heard the name Reuvel Hale. He was a man from Pilgrim who had gone missing back in the early part of 1990 and just disappeared, never to be heard from. Sought by his family for years and decades, and then literally out of the blue, this past March, a vehicle found on the floor of Dewey Lake in Floyd County turned out to be the closure, or at least a step towards it, that his family was looking for. A family tragedy that began over 30 years ago is finally coming to an end. On July the 3rd of 90, Reuvel Hale disappeared from the Paintsville Healthcare Center, a nursing home in Johnson County. He'd been a coal miner for the Peter Cave Coal Company until an injury rendered him unable to work. He suffered from a stroke, seizures, and at the time of his disappearance was being treated for a brain aneurysm. On the same day that he disappeared, a Ford Tempo was reported missing from the parking lot of the Druthers restaurant beside the nursing home. Reuvel was legally declared dead after a search continued for him in 1996, but just last March, that vehicle, the Ford Tempo, was discovered under the water of Dewey Lake, and the remains found inside had been sent to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort. Just 8 days before what would have been his 76th birthday, the medical examiner concluded that the remains found were Reuvel, and they notified his family of the discovery. He's survived by his wife, Catherine Hale Killen, and two sons, Max Hale and wife Mandy of Pilgrim, and Keith Hale and wife Melissa of Glasgow, and a number of grandchildren and a great-grandchild. Graveside services for this Eastern Kentucky man are going to be held this Sunday at the Hale Family Cemetery in Pilgrim. And lastly tonight, let's go on over to what is still a very active weather pattern. We've got showers, we've got some sun, we've definitely got winds, and yes, we still have some snow in your 7-day. We are going to see a bit of a break in the action for a little while, and actually for most of your weekend, radar showing as, well, you saw over my shoulder, not a whole lot of activity out there for now. Snow's pretty much gone, and we'll be gone for a few days before we get back to what's coming. And what's coming in the coming days is more than one system from the south. Going to give us mostly rain, but by midweek next week or a little thereafter, a little too far out to call it. Rain, possibly snow. I'm not sure how much of a winter effect that one's going to have. So let's just enjoy what we've got coming at us while we can. Tonight, 26 chilly degrees. Wind still out of the west. We still have breezy conditions out there, anywhere from 9 to 20 miles per hour at times. We have a 20% chance of snow there in your forecast, but that's just kind of covering the bases. Nothing out there to see, and I don't think we're going to see much more. A flake or two, maybe at the most. 42, mostly sunny for your Friday. There's the break that I mentioned. So definitely getting warmer. The sun's making a return. Winds will still be noticeable out of the southwest, anywhere from 8 to 20 to maybe 30 miles per hour tomorrow evening. But nothing along with that. Just sun and wind. And then look at that. Even warmer still on your Saturday. We'll go from 42 tomorrow to 54 for the first half of your weekend. Mostly sunny. Winds still southwesterly, just not quite as great. Closer to 20 for the high instead of the 30-mile-per-hour gusts from time to time. Saturday night, I think you might wake up to some light shower activity Sunday. With that, that's our first round of precipitation. This will be wet, as we're obviously going to be way too warm for snow. 47 for the high Sunday, and then we're only going to fall 7 degrees off of that for nighttime lows Sunday night. So no snow for your weekend. Tomorrow and Saturday, full of sun, temperatures in the low 40s and the low 50s. And then Sunday, not so nice, 47, more clouds and showers than not. And then after Sunday, which is, of course, Monday, temperatures climb back up to the low 50s. Mostly cloudy. We'll see a mostly dry day for your Monday. And then Monday night, well, there's another shower chance that starts to work in during the overnight, and that carries us into Tuesday, and into Wednesday, and then into Thursday. And when you get that far out, well, that's where the air starts to get cold, especially as we go from 42 Tuesday, 40 Wednesday, 35 Thursday. And that certainly could be cold enough to, if there's any more juice in the tank, we could see some snow Wednesday, more than likely into your Thursday, depending on how much more precipitation we have. Still, again, just too far out to call that one, but definitely more a wintry feel by this time next week. Absolutely. So bottom line is, enjoy tomorrow and your Saturday outside, perhaps, and the rest of your forecast, maybe not so much. Maybe it's an indoor forecast for the latter half. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for being a part of the show. See you back here tomorrow.